2. And much belatedly, we'd like to welcome you back to Frederick Douglass. Apologize for the technical difficulties. It's 23-5, Broncos' early segment of this second quarter. Chris Labar with Nimbo Hammonds, and Douglass out again to a quick start.
Yes, sir. Everything that Coach Mobley talked about in the pregame interview about wanting to get out in transition and use the presses to get a lot of deflection, they have done that. Scott County has gotten the ball up the court, but they just haven't had much success in the half court.
Cardinals operating against this strong defense. There's a strong drive by Kirsten Young. With 7:15 now in this first half, been controlled by the Broncos. And a foul up top will be the first foul on Frederick Douglass in this second quarter. And their on-ball defense has been very strong in this tournament.
Hey, we must be thinking the same thing, because I was just thinking where Scott County's now trying to start their offense so high out that is really making it impossible for them to score. Give credit to Coach DJ Mobley. And he said that they wanted to execute defensively and get a lot of deflections and get in the lanes, and that's what they're doing. They're pressuring the ball on the catch.
Strong drive by Sweeting. She'll float that one up. It's off the side window, and Frederick Douglass corralling the rebound. Iana Atkins up top for Frederick Douglass. An improving sophomore. Has got more minutes as this season continues.
Well, the one thing about that young lady, she got injured. And it took her a little while to get over the injuries, but I think she's back now. So she looks good out there. She looks comfortable, and, much success to her.
Brinley Dumpford with the and one. And DJ's bench, he's got a rock-solid starting 5, and then he's got 3 or 4 off the bench that are really elevating their play.
The one thing I like that he said everybody has the same expectations no matter where you are on the bench, and that's what they're showing tonight.
Strong drive in the lane, and that's going to be a travel on Sweeting.
The good thing is about for her, she's going to learn a lot tonight. The first time ever in district, the importance of it, how hard people play. She's going to put this in the memory bank, and she's going to prepare for it in the years to come, along with the other young ladies that will come back for Coach Harris.
Frederick Douglass been in control from the outset. Not quite the 19 zilch start that they offered up on Tuesday versus Henry Clay, but a sizable lead as this team, obviously, Coach has their attention. They're taking care of business, gearing up for potentially a deep regional run.
Yes, and they look like a fine old machine. Everybody who comes in off that bench, they're ready, they're attentive, and they're focused.
Kirsten Young probing. Nice head fake. Now Gabby Young. Sweeting launches a 3 and knocks it in.
That's been one of the cleanest looks that they've had thus far.
(25-8). Under 6 minutes now, second quarter.
If I'm Coach Harris right now, just tell them to fight. Take it one possession at a time. So still early in the game.
There's Knowles up top. She'll try a long 3. That one's off the heel and chased down in the corner. Great rebound by Adriana Brown. And it's going to be out of bounds. Will stay Douglass. Coming up at halftime, we'll chat with Douglass boys coach Murray Garvin. Get his thoughts ahead of a big district championship in a little bit versus Bryan Station. There's a 3 in for Adriana Brown. Brown only her second made 3 of the season. As Kirsten Young short in transition. Rebound back to Frederick Douglass as it trickles off Gabby Young.
Well, the one thing that I can say about Scott County, they are getting the ball up the court. That's one positive thing. And in the half court, they're just facing a tough defense. Every time they shoot the ball, everything is contested.
Here comes M.K. Bennett into forecourt. Dumford well long with that three, and it's out of bounds. Will stay to Frederick Douglass.
It's the last two possessions gone off of Scott County. You got to have those, especially if you're trying to make a run.
Nice entry. Knowles on the receipt, and a foul on Kirsten Young will be Scott County's third foul of this opening half.
You know, the one thing about Douglas, they just keep coming. They just keep coming.
JLE, 64% free throw shooter. And we've talked about this a few times this year. Her numbers statistically a little bit down from last year, but her overall game, you can argue, is much better.
Well, here's the thing. Once you start finding young ladies that gain experience, you know, she can do a little bit less because you have a supporting cast that can help.
M.K. Bennett with the steal. Left that one a little short. It's going to ricochet off of Scott County.
Well, Bennett has been a one-lady show on the defensive end. She's been finishing everything, getting her hands on the defensive end and getting all those deflections, so she came out ready today.
Greganis to trickle it in. Knowles again. They've run that inbound pass a couple of times, and Kirsten Young scoops up the loose ball.
Take your time, get a good shot, run something. Right now, if I'm coach, I'm just stay settled in, run your stuff, work through all the kinks.
Kirsten Young now in the corner, traipses baseline. That short as Knowles with a deflection on the closeout. Here is Tamia Wade for Frederick Douglass. Wade up and in for two.
They have a knack for putting that ball in the hole. They attack the rim strong. They
had a held ball possession to Scott County. Tamia Wade, we talked about her in the pregame, about perhaps a little bit under the radar, and she's made some big plays in this first half on the cusp of double figures.
Well, it's just like we talked about Knowles. The supporting cast and the other teammates are doing so much better that, you know, you can say she's a kept secret, but maybe the team is just getting that much better.
Bell Banner on the board for a Scott County three. That's a much-needed triple for the lefty. Banner, her 42nd made three of the season.
You know, the one thing that I can say is they've gotten two good looks. They've stuck them. They just got to get more of those.
That one's floated in off the window, Iana Atkins.
That was a tough one, and a good left-hand finish, too.
That's one you save for horse. There's Sweeting trying to weave it in. Elbow jumper. Banner well long with that one. And out of bounds, it will belong to Douglass.
I like that Scott County is still fighting.
Or will it? No, the Cardinals will get possession. Now, you would expect them to continue to fight. That's Toby Harris's mentality. He's developed that work ethic in only his second season as a head coach with his Scott County program, his alma mater.
Well, the one thing, he understands what Scott County stands for, and he's putting it in these young ladies. And, you know, the one thing, they still got to continue to learn.
Bennett picks it up at half court, and MK will clean that one up. It's 35-11. Bennett with a bevy of layups, it seems, in this tournament.
She's the first line of that defense, and she's tough.
Yeah, Bennett's defense just off the charts. Talked about her improvement offensively, now 10 points per game as a senior.
You know, it's funny. I'm sitting here looking at these young ladies, and I would like to see their assortment in their games, but they play their defense so well that they're getting nothing but layups.
Here's Kirsten Young now woven in. Knowles with a poke away. And Scott County hanging on to it. There's an awkward shot off the window short from Jessica Horn. And a Scott County foul in pursuit of that loose ball.
You can tell that Coach Mobley does a lot of the shell drill, because if somebody gets past one of their teammates, they're helping, they're moving on the pass, they're talking and communicating. So that's what you want to see, especially out of your defense.
Cardinals going to go to their bench. Jada Jett is in, 5'6" freshman wearing number 11. 3-point a night score.
Coach just needs to keep coaching them hard, keep coaching to prepare for the next game.
MK Bennett squirms in and scores off the window. MK Bennett wants to come talk to Nimbo after the game with her strong start tonight.
Seems like it's all we said was her name.
There's Kylie Sweeting around the clock. Kirsten Young, a strong drive, and a Frederick Douglass foul at the 2:22 mark.
Good strong move. Now just make the free throw so you can set your defense. For Scott County, they just got to work on the little things. Continue to fight, run your offense, and try to take care of the ball.
And that one's going to be off the mark for Young. Double-double on Wednesday. 13 points, 10 rebounds in that big Bryan Station win. They turned the tables to the Cardinals on the defenders after losing twice to Station this year, but they got the one that mattered.
Yes. You know, and the good thing about this game, they at least get to go back and practice and work on some of the things that they need to after this game.
37-13 at Douglas. Under 2 minutes now, first half.
Good kick, got to be ready to shoot the ball.
Great rip away by number 3, Iana Atkins, making her presence felt.
You know, the one thing that Scott County has to do is take advantage of those. Had a wide open shot, you got to take it.
There's Perganis on the tote.
I like how Douglas is being patient. They're running this stuff.
Great cut by Greganis, and the ball's now going to find Kirsten Young underneath for Scott County.
Even after a turnover, Douglas is sitting there waiting on you. So, you know, you have to be ready. They go 94 feet with you.
Kirsten Young trying to get by Greganis, and Reagan had possession, but also a toe on the sideline.
You know, you got to get yourself off the sideline against them, because they do a great job of trapping. Now you have to recognize that either retreat dribble and, you know, so you can attack a different way, or just pass the ball out and get it back to the middle of the floor.
Sweeting long on that three.
Off to the races.
And Okerly snares and puts it in. I think DJ has to be very pleased by the team's performance in this tournament. Greganis with the rebound and lost it coming up the floor. There's MK Bennett for another layup off the window.
Yeah, I think she's trying to get up here to us. I think she hears us talking about her.
There's 22 seconds in this half, and Scott County has been outclassed, if you will. There's a foul line jumper that's in and out from Jessica Horn. And Scott County foul, that will be their 5th, and put the Broncos at the foul line.
You know, finish out the quarter, halftime, kind of regroup. Probably change the plan a little bit of what you're trying to do and trying to accomplish. Come back out and start taking one possession at a time. I love how Coach Harris is still coaching them. That's one thing I love about this coaches that I've seen all week long. They've been coaching their kids hard.
and doing it so positively as well.
Yes, and that's what you can see the kids are having fun. Whether they win or losing, they're listening to their coaches, and that's a good thing to see, especially from the fan standpoint.
And Greganis did not get the friendly roll there, so we dip under 10. There's Sweeting trying to squeeze in, force that one up, and that's off, and the rebound occupied by Gabby Young, and that's going to take us to halftime. Frederick Douglass, a superior first half, and he leads Scott County at the break 42-13. Murray Garvin, head coach of the Broncos, will join us in just a few moments, and we'll have more coverage right after this on Glycod.
My favorite thing about being a student at U of L is just the sense of community that I have on campus or off campus. Sports has positively influenced my life by taking me out of just slumps that I have in dark places. Anytime I'm feeling down or maybe alone, I always have basketball to go to. I can go to the gym at any time of the day and just my mind clears up. My name is Javon Hadley, and I'm better without it.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryan Road in Lexington. Visit manowarhd.com.
A lopsided first half has Frederick Douglass on top of Scott County 42-13. Let's check in. Nimbo Hammonds has Broncos boys coach Murray Garvin.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on getting to the championship game. But now, let me ask you this. When you come to the championship game knowing that you're already in the region, do you approach this game a little different than you did the last game you played?
Oh, absolutely, you approach it different. Tonight, we're playing for a championship. And our guys set a goal this year, Nimbo, that we're after 3 nets. We want 3. And in order to get to number 2, you got to get number 1. So we're trying to build a championship culture. So tonight means a lot to our program.
The last game you played, you all looked so fresh and looked so clean. And then, Surratt made some big plays. And, how do you get these guys up after performance that you had last game? How do you keep them up with that same energy to this game?
Yeah, it's Bryan Station, man. Anytime Douglas and Bryan Station play each other, whether we're playing checkers or we can meet over at Douglas Park, it's a big game, it's a rivalry game, and I don't have to motivate tonight. The atmosphere, the district championship, which they took from us last year, is at stake. Many of our guys remember that. I remember that as a coach, and we want to reclaim this city, and tonight is a part of that process.
What is one of the main things that you have to do tonight to secure this victory?
Secure the offensive glass, limit their second chance points. Bryan Station is one of the best rebounding teams in the region. The other night against Henry Clay, I think they out-rebounded them by 19. All of our games come down to rebounding. And if we win the glass, I think we'll have maybe one more point than them on the scoreboard unless Amari goes for 70. And that's the goal. This is our 7th matchup in 2 years.
Wow.
There's no secrets between programs. It's about who's going to be able to execute, rebound, defend, and hit your free throws. And if we do that, we'll be fortunate to come out with a victory.
Coach, you've been here, it's your 2nd year here, right? Now, tell me one of the best things about being at Douglas and having this group and what they've done for you this year as a coach.
Oh man, they've revigorated my spirit about coaching and about young people. To see how unselfish we play, we have a superstar in DeMarcus Surratt, a generation talent for Lexington, and this kid defers to his teammates. The other night, he won our game MVP, and he said he didn't want it. Wow. He said, Coach, we're in the playoffs. If we win, we're all the MVPs. When you have a star player that has that type of attitude, man, they're a pleasure to be around.
Coach, thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. I know you have to get ready for your team. Good luck tonight, and maybe we'll see you at the end of the game.
Absolutely. Hey, my goal is to do a post-game interview with you guys, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That tells the people that we won.
Yes, sir.
Because if we lose, I'm hightailing my butt out of here. Thank you, Neil.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, Murray Garvin. Thank you, Nimbo Hammonds. Can't wait for the nightcap. Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass boys. The girls' game at halftime there. You see the score. We'll have a look at your first half numbers after this on Glycon.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
No one college can be all things to all people. But Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Chris Labar, Nimbo Hammonds, there we go. Back live at Bryan Station High School. It's 42-13. The Broncos in control over Scott County. Time now for your first half numbers presented by BCTC Bluegrass Community Technical College for your world. And Nimbo, rebounding been very important tonight for the Broncos.
Yes, they're not giving any extra shots to Scott County. They're not making many mistakes. And they're off to the races.
Should be a very interesting first half as the Broncos try to salt this one away. And just like that, there's two more for MK Bennett.
She started the second half like she started the first.
Bennett with 14 first half points, now 16 for the game. What's the goal for Scott County to try to make this a bit more competitive?
Well, you have nothing to lose tonight. You're going to the region, so you have to have that under your hat. But what you got to do now is work on execution. You got to work on communicating. You got to work on the little things now that's going to help you for the next game to come.
So Kylie Sweeting for 2. 6 first half points. And she'll have one more here as Broncos led at 21-5 after 7. They put 21 more on the board in the second quarter.
They score in bunches.
And they sure do. They got 2 more layups in this half by MK Bennett. 18 now for the game.
We started off talking about Knowles and Wade, and Bennett has come out here and stole the show.
Bennett's season high 24 versus Sacred Heart. That might be in jeopardy if she stays out there. Here's the entry. Knowles got a hand on that into the grips of number 11, Bennett. There's a fling off the window by Tamia Way. Tried not once, not twice, and now she'll scoop the rebound. Bennett hoists to 3. Yes!
Wow. And that was going to be one of my questions. Could she shoot the ball? Well, I guess he was reading my mind because she stuck it. Didn't touch the rim or anything.
Wonderful rotation. Bennett accounting for all 7 of the Broncos' points in this half. There's a rejection by Tamia Wade. And possession, Douglas.
You know what I like about Douglas? Everybody gives it up on the defensive end. Everybody's making sure that they're in the right spots. They're communicating, and they're always in help position.
49-12. Broncos won the 2 prior meetings by an average of 24. They're going to surpass that tonight and then some.
Well, I think we kind of knew coming in what kind of team Douglas has, and I think Scott County did as well. But they just want to work on the little things.
Tamia Wade gets a 3 to trickle in. Tamia 3 out of 5 tonight from 3-point range.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they have a lot of weapons,
And with that conversion, they got a running clock. And I'm not sure the scoreboard operator knows it. So the lead at 40, and you only have to surpass 35. There's a 3 in for Belle Banner. So Belle Banner with her second made 3 tonight.
Yeah, that's, the first one she had was a good look, and she stuck that one. So 2 good looks, two shots, but she just needs more.
Banner not connecting from three-point range versus Station on Wednesday. She's made 2 tonight. There's Okerley attacking and laying it in.
Coach Mobley has these girls being so aggressive. All 5 on the floor.
And he puts them in positions and opportunities where they can succeed. There's a much-needed basket. That's Jessica Horn for Scott County. But the floor, Nimbo, it spreads so strongly.
Well, he runs good stuff, and I know him personally, and he takes pride in his offense and everything that he does, and it shows.
Gregonis attacking the backboard. There is Okerley, and this Bronco buzzsaw having its way tonight as Wade flings it behind Knowles. Be an unforced turnover.
I'll take that turnover because at least they're playing for each other. Trying to make that pass just wasn't the right one.
So with the running clock, it'll stop at free throw attempts, and if there should be an injury, otherwise it's going to continue to run. So this game should end pretty quickly with under 4 minutes in this third quarter.
Scott County guys still take their time, still work on your press offense. You still have another game that you have to work for.
Good defense, and we're going to have a held ball. That was great defense by Nia Carr to get a hand on that. Arrow in favor of Scott County.
And they don't give you much room to do anything. They're on you. And the one thing that Scott County, I've noticed, Douglas have pushed them out so far. They're running their offense out about a half court. And that's not how you get into it. Douglas being patient. Knows with the ball.
Jay Lee veering left, and Kirsten Young with a foul. Scott County's first foul in this second half.
To be winning like this and Knowles having a quiet game, that says something about this Broncos team. Both coaches still coaching. That's what you want to see.
And Knowles, not once but twice, catapults off the rim. Lead at 38. As Sweeting centering it for Scott County. Cardinals will draw into the 11th region tournament. The draw tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll have it for you on Glycod. And both these teams will play either Monday or Tuesday.
That's the beautiful thing about making it to the championship game. You at least still get to live and see another game.
And we're going to have a Scott County 30-second timeout. We will step aside. More coverage coming up. You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
2:17 in the third quarter with Frederick Douglass on the cusp of their 21st win of the season as they lead Scott County 55-17. Chris Labar with Nimbo Hammonds. Tonight's camera operator is Isaac Shoemaker as well as Jackson Miller, and we appreciate all of their hard work for our great Glycod crew. And it's been a great Frederick Douglass performance, to put it mildly, this evening.
Yeah, they came out ready to play, and it shows. You know, they came out pressing and getting deflections, and it's turned into quick, easy buckets.
Their defense has been very strong. Case in point as Carr interjects in the passing lane and then deflects it out of bounds.
You know, the one thing I do like about them, you know, if you throw a lazy pass, they're on it. You know, so, you know, people have to make sure they throw good, crisp passes to each other, because if not, Douglass is off to the races.
Here comes Kylie Sweeting. And MK Bennett, there have been so many different players on Sweeting defensively.
Yeah, she's better get used to that. You know, she's just getting her first glimpse of it as an 8th grader, but she's going to have to go through this years to come.
Sweeting scoops it underneath, and it will be a foul on Frederick Douglass.
And Chris, I think I told you, I think I said it the other day when they were playing. She's a tough young lady. I know she takes 2 weeks in the summer, and her grandmother sends her to military camp, so I think she's built for it. She's just young and getting the experience.
Really excited to see her play develop as her career continues. And professionally, there's always the improvement between year 1 and year 2, and certainly freshman and sophomore in college. But as an 8th grader, when would you expect to see her really improve the most?
I'll say about 9th grade, you know, especially by 9th, maybe 10th grade when they start really putting the muscle on, because I know these young ladies hit the weight room as well. So usually about that time, you'll start seeing them coming into their own.
Going to have a foul on, I believe that's Tamia Wade. Clock going to continue to run. And free throws for Scott County's. They'll traipse down for a pair.
It's a pretty good crowd tonight, too. It seems like they're still coming.
The boys' game to tip around 7:30-ish, perhaps 7:45. And a lot of eyes on this matchup tonight between two teams very familiar. And that's what Murray told you. He said there are no secrets between these two teams.
And that's what's going to be the great thing about it. It's going to come down to who executes the most, who can take care of the ball, and like he said, who can control the paint. Push off.
Yeah, we do. We have a push off and a foul on Iana Atkins. 53 seconds in this third quarter.
These young ladies stay attacking.
55-20.
Old teammates playing against each other from Leestown Middle School. Coach Johnson's done a great job with their girls program. You're starting to see his young ladies all over the city.
Kylie Sweeting along with that three, and the rebound finds its way to Peyton Okerly for Frederick Douglass. There is Carr. Carr off the window. Not going to go, and it's going to deflect out. Will stay with Douglass with just under 8 seconds and a running clock. As Iana Atkins tries to find a companion. There is Tamia Wade at one, and the block by Kirsten Young, and that's going to take us to the end of the third. Frederick Douglass controlling things tonight, and they lead big, 55-20. And you're watching the 42nd District Basketball Championship live on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
(55-20) Frederick Douglass on top of Scott County here to start this fourth quarter.
Look like they're running a good box set. Let's get to me a shot.
Miami King is on the floor, number 21, and that shot partially obstructed and blocked from Iana Atkins. And Scott County with possession. There's a wide open three, nearly banked in from Diamond Purcell. And wonderful effort. That's Peyton Okerley in a closing foul, or was it? No, a deflection off of Purcell, and it will stay Frederick Douglass.
You know, the 50-50 balls, they go after hard. That's Douglass. You know, you don't see that a lot nowadays in youth basketball, but they go after every 50-50 ball hard.
Broncos have had their opportunities in the regular season to beat the top teams. They've got losses to Assumption and George Rogers Clark. There's two for Miami King. Their best win over Sacred Heart, five-time defending champs, a lopsided win. And the Broncos wanting more opportunities against the best, and again, they're going to be favored to win the 11th region.
Well, Coach Mobley always says it. He said he doesn't think that his girl program gets the respect that he thinks they deserve. But so he goes out and try to earn that respect by playing all these teams. So he's done a good job with that. Win or lose, he's sharpening their skills.
This is a team advanced to the state semifinals last year, losing to George Rogers Clark. And Bill Banner with a pair of free throws. We'll update the ticker in between games. Several other districts that funnel into the 11th region ongoing tonight. We'll catch up with head coach Moberly, and then we'll talk more about the boys matchup between Douglass and Station. Tamia Wade arcs in a big three, and Douglass with 60.
Man, and they're efficient. You know, when they get clean looks, they're efficient.
And a foul away from the ball. It appears by body language to be on Peyton Okerley. Second team foul.
It's good to, you know, during this time for both teams, you know, a lot of the young ladies getting on the floor and they're getting a lot of experience. So they get to go on next week and start playing again, but these moments are valuable as well.
And a lot of excitement for the student athletes, coaches, fans, etc. with the draw coming up tomorrow morning. So much hinges on who you play and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've been in that room before, and it's intense.
Yeah, Scott County will inbound. Here's Kirsten Young inside the line, and the held ball. It will be Scott County possession.
Great strong move, but like we talked about earlier, the help defense has been great for Douglass this evening.
Well, baseline jumper going to be off and out of bounds. Will belong to the Broncos. You've got A lot of subs out there just looking at Frederick Douglass. Miami King is on the floor. They also have Brinley Dumford. So, in essence, they're going to their second unit.
And it's the time that you do that. This is time they can get some valuable moments getting ready for the next game, because you're going to need everybody when you get down in the region. You never know when your number's going to be called.
All hands on deck, as they say. Purcell off with that one, and the putback, Jada Jett did everything but knock it in after a great rebound, and Douglas out in transition. Iana Atkins comes up empty, and a foul, or is it? No, it's a held ball. This time the arrow in the Broncos' favor.
Coach Mobley's been in that bench. I think he's played 10 tonight. And if I was Coach Harris, I'd be trying to do the same, giving some of the younger players or some of the other players down the roster some chance to get on that floor and create some memories.
And I believe a Bronco timeout. DJ's always coaching. One of the reasons for their success. Lopsided affair. Frederick Douglass with a big win. Have more in just a moment on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Frederick Douglass on their way tonight. They lead Scott County 60-20. We'd like to invite you to subscribe to our growing free-to-watch high school athletics platform on Glycod. As Glycod changes the way you watch high school athletics. What's the plan here for Scott County? Obviously going to get a loss tonight. What can they build on here from tonight's ball game?
Execution. And staying cohesive. Right now, whether it goes in or not, work on your offense. Step it up on your defense, because I know he plays a lot of man-to-man, so just work on things.
There is Atkins. Will spin it up top to Dumford. Brinley has made a three this evening.
Coach Mobley's been up the whole game.
Yeah, he doesn't need a seat. You can just save a seat on that sideline and put it somewhere else.
Yes, he walks, he's coaching, he's encouraging, he's pushing. That's one thing about him. These four guys, these four coaching staffs from these different teams have done a great job this, all tournament long. So, and I've enjoyed really watching everybody. Everybody's well coached.
When you were coaching, did you like to sit down or were you up on your feet?
I'm very passionate about the game, so I stay involved as much as I can. And then sometimes I'll take a different approach and try to sit down and let my kids play the game, because they're the ones out there. They have to make the adjustments. So just trying to increase their IQ. So I've done it both ways.
Off the mark that time. 2 missed free throws for Miami King. And Scott County under 3 minutes in the half court. This has been a mismatch from the outset. That's a nice pass, by the way, and the Cardinals are on the board. It was Carrington Owens, I believe, with a basket, and it was, and it's 60-22. And Dumford, great to a cutting.
Wow.
And a three, and that's going to swirl in for Iana Atkins.
Well, when you have great ball movement and you tack that paint and you suck the defense in on your kick, that's great basketball.
King with the overplay, and in pursuit of that loose ball, I believe we might have a foul.
It doesn't look like, even from last game to now, that Douglas has not slowed down any. They got the foot on the gas, and they're going.
And even the second five play very hard, the motor, because they want more opportunities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the thing is now, and they've even gone to the 11th and 12th person to get out here. So, the Broncos have done what they needed to do tonight, and everybody's got valuable time on that floor.
Waning moments of this game as the Cardinals operate. That's a nice cut. Good pass from Owens, and Frederick Douglass with another foul.
You know, the one thing I do like about this tournament this week is the young ladies, and I hope some of the young ladies are out there watching. You know, I hope they're inspired by these ladies. They've given their all week long.
And Owens going to funnel it in backcourt, and that'll be a violation. And just another possession or two before this one will conclude, and then we'll turn our attention to the boys' game. We'll do that after our Cartown Kia postgame report. We'll chat with Coach Moberly as well as have tonight's most outstanding players. Great crowd filing in.
Yes. And I'm glad they came in for the girls' game. You know, that's one thing that I've always appreciated about tournament time. Everybody coming out and supporting everybody.
As you would have expected, their crowd has really increased each night as this tournament has continued on. That's a nice drive and basket for Scott County. That's Jada Jett. It's 63-24. And Tiana Tishner is going to dribble it out here, and Frederick Douglass will win another district championship. Final score tonight, Broncos 63, Scott County 24. Stay close, more coverage coming up. Our Cartown Kia postgame report is next on Glycon.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back at Bryan Station High School, the girls' game has gone final, and it is a 63-24 Douglas win. And Nimbo, this game pretty much materialized the way many people thought it might.
Yeah, coming in, they were going to be double-digit, favorites and everything, but Frederick Douglass took care of business, and it came out like they wanted it to.
MK Bennett, an outstanding performance. We're still awaiting the final numbers for her. We'll have those for you in a moment. But again, a balanced effort. The Broncos just so many live ball turnover points off a Scott County turnover.
Well, here's the thing. That's the good thing about it. Their defense creates offense. So any given night, anybody can lead them in scoring.
And for Scott County, the Cardinals will fall to 11 and 19 and just not nearly enough production.
Well, they just didn't have enough tonight. They got the ball up the floor. They did make some good things happen tonight. They just got to go back to the drawing board and work a little bit more.
Final again, Douglas 63, Scott County 24. The boys will tip right around 7:40. Cannot wait for that. More coverage coming up. We'll chat with DJ Moberly. And up next, our most outstanding players live on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people. But Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Let's take a look at tonight's most outstanding players presented by Carpenter's local Union 1650. You can build your winning career today. Just visit carpenters.com. And for Scott County, pretty solid performance for Kylie Sweeting, finishes with 7 points. And for the Broncos, tremendous effort. MK Bennett, just a wonderful performance. She did it in so many different ways. 21 points and 3 assists. Congratulations, Kylie Sweeting and MK Bennett, tonight's Carpenters Local Union 1650 most outstanding players. There you see Nimbo, and there you see that young lady. Nimbo is going to catch up with DJ Moberly in just a few moments. We've still got about 15 minutes ahead of the boys' game, and so much to look forward to. Stay close. We'll have more Central Kentucky High School basketball coming up in just a few moments.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
I think it's important to have a passion because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Kentucky Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling.
Back live in between games, it's Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass. There you see tip-off in about 11 or so minutes. Should be an outstanding matchup. DJ Moberly is making his way up, and he will join our Nimbo Hammonds in just a couple of moments as the Frederick Douglass girls advance to a Monday or Tuesday quarterfinal for the 11th region tournament. They will be a winner, and they will draw one of the losers at the draw to be determined tomorrow morning again at 10 a.m. as Coach Moberly going to get situated there. And we'll join he and Nimbo in just a couple of moments as the Broncos did it from the outset tonight, and a tremendous performance by the team. And I know DJ going to be very fond. And I know, DJ, you're going to be very fond of the performance, are you not? Got to be very fond of the performance tonight, DJ. You're on the air, guys.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Congratulations, Coach. How you doing, man? And look here. Big win tonight, and you made it look easy. Tell me, what did you do to come into the game to get your girl so highly energetic for today?
Well, I just told them tonight was a challenge. You know, you can't come in expecting these teams that's going to lay down for us. And I got to make sure my girls on point mentally and physically and prepared for the game. So yesterday we went through practice. It wasn't a light practice. They thought it was going to be a shoot around. We came back and went with a little bit of intense practice of just focusing on like our hitters, our points, where we want to be on offense, where we want to be on defense. And we just emphasized that, man, and just trying to take him one at a time, man, so we can allow for this and pick it back to the region.
Well, at the beginning of the game, Chris and I was talking about Tamia Wade and Knowles. But tonight, Bennett showed up and really was the leader for you all tonight. Right. A lot of quick layups early. Defensively, she was everywhere. Right. And then late in the game, hit a three because I was questioning could she shoot the ball, but then she stuck one. So,
Right. Man, MK's been like that the whole year, to be honest with you. Sometimes we ask her to shoot the ball more for when she's opening shots, but she's always trying to get her team in at times. And she loves to go downhill. It's one of the best things of a game. But overall, MK's one of our defensive stoppers too. If you watch her out there, she brings pressure a lot, and she gets us going on. She gets our train moving.
Yes. Well, I saw tonight, and then here's a lot of things that you did. It seemed like you emphasized a lot on the defensive end. A lot on the defensive end because the rotation seemed to be there. Everybody was in help position, and then they would look like they was communicating well. So how did you get that to happen? Because they seem so crisp.
Yeah. Well, we focused on, that was one of the things when I was talking about our practice. We focused on weak side help and just trying to take away the drive and get more of our hands on the ball instead of fouling.
Yes.
Because we did that a lot last couple of games that hurt us, some close games that we had or some tough games we had. Well, we just like to stick our hand in the cradle instead of just sliding our feet and just throwing the ball down. And we did that tonight. I was proud of my girls, especially Miami. Miami got a few stops sliding their feet and got some jump balls.
Well, congratulations, Coach. I'm going to talk to MK Bennett a little bit, so give her a day in the light because she looked great tonight.
That's right. She deserves it. Thanks, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So we'll get some conversation here momentarily from MK Bennett as she'll check in there with Nimbo Hammonds. Hey, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, good. I enjoyed watching you to play tonight. You came out with so much energy, and you kind of led your team tonight. And I'm talking about got your hands on a lot of balls. Is that something that you bring to this team, or is it something that just happened tonight? Tell me about it.
I mean, yeah, I just bring.
Just hold up to your face.
I try to bring the energy every game. It's just something I do. It just comes to me.
Okay. Now, I did question, could you shoot the ball? And then, because you shot so many layups tonight. But then, as soon as I had it in my head and I was going to say something about that, you went out and you stuck a jump, and I don't think you touched the rim. So you can shoot the ball.
Yeah. Sometimes I just mainly try to drive, but if I can shoot, then I'll sometimes shoot. I'll try to shoot.
So now, going into the region, you've been there before. What are some of the goals that you think you have going into this region?
Some of the goals? Okay, wait, hold on. Re-ask that question. Wait.
What are your goals going into it? As a team? Individually, what?
We need energy. Hold on. That's a good question. We just need energy. We need to play smart. We need good defense. We need to learn how to box out and communicate. All that. Just play as a team.
Well, it looked like that y'all did that tonight and looked like you led the way. So keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations. You are our player of the game, and we wanted to bring you up here. So good luck in the region.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Nimbo. Thank you, MK Bennett. Great performance tonight by the Broncos. We'll talk boys basketball when you come back. Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass to tip in 6 minutes on Galikon.
Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers
through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer, with one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
My favorite thing about being a student at U of L is just the sense of community that I have on campus or off campus. Sports has positively influenced my life by taking me out of just slumps that I have in dark places. Anytime I'm feeling down or maybe alone, I always have basketball to go to. I can go to the gym at any time of the day and just my mind clears up. My name is Javon Hadley, and I'm better without it.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back live at Bryan Station High School. A few moments ahead of the district championship tonight. It's Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass. Let's talk about this Douglass team first, and they're playing perhaps their best basketball of the year, Nimbo.
Oh, yes. And here's the thing. Everybody's playing well. So we always talk about some of the star players that are on each team, but like Surratt, he's done his thing. But we could also talk about all the other supporting cast that has done well, too. So we can expect anything tonight from anybody on that team.
10-game winning streak. There you see it was January 23rd. The last loss at Madison Central. And DeMarcus Surratt, very fond of many coaches in this area. But then you've got Tate Robinson. When he's making threes, he's awfully difficult to contain.
Well, that's the one thing about this team. They can beat you all types of ways. You know, not with just Tate and them. They got other guys that come off the bench that can score. So they have a multitude of guys that can do a lot for this team.
Surratt and Robinson, there you see all 11th region. And Nate Cohen, I love the story. He didn't play much, but coming into this year, he's an integral weapon. And they use him in so many creative ways underneath.
If he comes out and plays like he did last game, he was an animal. And I'm talking about he rebounded the ball well, he finished well, and he owned the paint. If you get that out of him, it's going to be tough to beat them if he's doing that.
Let's talk about Bryan Station for a couple of moments. Things certainly center around Amari Owens. I mean, he's the program's all-time leading scorer. But then Tayshawn Adams, I mean, you know, he averages 17, and he had a great ball game the other night.
Well, in order for Bryan Station to win and go deep into these tournaments, Tayshawn has to show up each night. But the one key factor that was to the game last time is Amari Owens sharing that ball. He beat the defense and got it and made his team better. If he does that tonight, they give themselves a good chance to win as well.
Starting lineups are next. You're watching the 42nd District Basketball Championship on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today. From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School. And now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
To safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Apex Driving School. We're learning to drive feels like family. Starters for Bryan Station, the expected 5, highlighted by Amari Owens, 26 points per game. Then you've got Tayshawn Adams, the wingman, if you will, at 17 points and 6 boards. The improving Torrance Sanford, Kamani Barber, and Colico Roberts down low. And Kamani Barber, a good ball game the other night with 7 points.
Yes. You know, the one thing about them, they have a deep team as well. Everybody just needs to come to play.
And for Frederick Douglass, expected starters, the usual contingent of contested Surratt, Talbert, Robinson, Wade, and Cohen, DeMarcus, and Tate, all 11th region performers. And Thurman Wade, a very high ceiling, Nimbo 9 points, team leading 6 boards.
Well, he's going to have to be effective tonight. Everybody's going to have to do their part, and even a little bit more, because it's going to be a good one from start to finish.
Should be an outstanding evening of high school basketball. A slight delay here before we get things ongoing, but Bryan Station and Douglas, two teams very fond, or at least familiar with one another. There are no secrets, and again, you can make the argument that these are 2 of the top 3 teams in the 11th region.
Well, they've shown it. You know, the proof's in the pudding. You know, we're sitting here watching 2 teams that look like fine old machines, and they're doing well.
We got an issue here. We're going to step aside. More coverage coming up. Going to be a slight delay in the action, and we'll be back right after this.
My favorite thing about being a student at U of L is just the sense of community that I have on campus or off campus. Sports has positively influenced my life by taking me out of just slumps that I have in dark places. Anytime I'm feeling down or maybe alone, I always have basketball to go to. I can go to the gym at any time of the day and just my mind clears up. My name is Javon Headley, and I'm better without it.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryan Road in Lexington. Visit manofwarhd.com.
Well, obviously not halftime. We've had a slight delay, and they're going to put 3 more minutes back on the clock here. So the pregame will be a little bit more elongated. Frederick Douglass went back to the locker room. They have since come back out. So, in essence, both teams get more preparation time here as they adjust to the new thing.
Oh, yeah. Now, only thing about that is you got to go right back out and try to get your mind back together. But when you're in a type of game like this, you should never be distracted by anything.
There you see the Broncos coaching staff. There is Murray Garvin, and he has done a remarkable job with this team. And they are so prepared, Nimbo, night in and night out.
Well, that's one thing when you have a coach that has coached in college. They pay attention to details. So he's brought the college sensation back to high school, and he's really helping these guys get ready for the next level. And
he has just a sincere interest in the growth and the well-rounded nature of the player.
Well, when you've been doing it as long as he has, he wants his best for his kids. So, and like all the rest of these coaches, they just try to get the best out of them.
So the clock still remains at 3 minutes. Now we're going to trickle under that, so we will have live basketball coming up in just a few moments between Station and Douglas. In terms of the Broncos, their resume, if you will, they've played a who's who, and they've got the big wins. Yes. And they do have the 2 losses to Madison Central, and perhaps those paths will converge next week.
Well, here's again, when you playing in the season, you're just trying to make your team better, because by the time you get to tournament play, district, regions, it's all 0-0 again. So all those losses go out the window.
And for Station, so much of what Station does stems around Amari Owens. But this is a team their defense has really taken a step forward also.
Well, that's Chip Liggin's staple. He wants a high-paced game. He wants to press. He wants to make you make mistakes, and they want to get after it. So that's been how he's been since I've known him.
Series history, we will update that as Douglas leads this series 13-9, but it should be a very interesting matchup. It's Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass. More coverage coming up right after this pause on Glycod.
To safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back live to settle the District 42 championship. The overall series we showed you last segment. Douglas 13-9, but Bryan Station won this same game last year, 42nd District.
Yes, and that's what we talked about with Coach Murray in the halftime of the girls' game. You know, their goals coming out this year was to win 3. District title, region title, and then the state title. So that's some big feet, some big shoes to fill. But that's their goals for this tournament.
Crowd really starting to file in. There are not many empty seats as the north side packed for the District 42 championship game.
Looks like it did when I played. You know, when you come into packed houses, and that's what these kids deserve. They deserve to play in front of everybody.
So Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass are going to introduce the starting lineups here. We've had a slight delay before the game, but it appears now we'll be ready for live action. Marcellus Ashford going to get the start tonight for Bryan Station. Kamani Barber as well. Great crowd on hand. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Standing room only.
So Bryan Station, despite playing at home, they are the visiting team on the scoreboard. They're the lower seed.
Yeah, it's still a home game. No matter where you are, you're still a home game, and you have to protect the home court if I'm them.
A lot of eyeballs on this one. We'd like to welcome you statewide for watching Glycod, our free-to-watch high school athletics platform. I'm Chris LeBar. Nimbo Hammonds, former George Washington University star, tonight's analyst, and thanks again for hopping aboard. Both teams advance to the 11th region tournament next week. But tonight, bragging rights on the line as Station tries to go back-to-back in successive years to win a district title.
And that'll be big for the program. And like both programs, they're building them. Champ has done a good job, and so has Coach Murray.
Great to see those two head coaches embrace at half court. A lot of mutual respect between Garvin and Ligon.
As it should be. Two great guys.
Colico Roberts will jump opposite Nate Cohen. And the tap controlled by, going to be Frederick Douglass ball, I believe. So Bronco possession to start. The officials a little bit indecisive there in terms of the possession arrow. We will tell you the referees headlined by Andre Williams. Zach Whitaker, David Hammonds involved as well.
A lot goes into Dakari Talbot tonight. See how he leads his team.
There's Talbot in the corner to Robinson, who made 4 threes the other night. There's Thurman Wade. Wade challenges Roberts, and Colico snares the rebound for Bryan Station.
That's a good sign that they're giving Douglas one shot. I know it's the first possession, but they wouldn't got that one.
Marcellus Ashford bounces it to Tayshawn Adams up top. And Amari Owens now challenged by Dakari Talbot. Dakari has his hands full.
Man, they need to run a two-man game with Adams and Owens. Looks like Adams should have the size advantage in the post.
Lost his footing, able to funnel it back to Amari. Underneath, deflected out by Thurman Wade. It will stay with Bryan Station.
Quick hands by Douglas.
Just over a minute has elapsed as Barber to inbound underneath. Tayshawn Adams working opposite Cohen. That's a great matchup. Surratt got a hand on that ball. Talbot over to Nate Cohen, and Cohen blocked out from behind by 44 Roberts. It will stay Douglas.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a few minutes for these guys to settle in because the energy's so high.
Dakari to trigger in underneath. Here's Thurman Wade trying to do something, pauses in the lane, and Owens on the help side got a hand on it. Tate Robinson flings a three. And Douglas is on the board as Robertson connects for his 77th made three this year.
Can't give that young man any sunshine because he's going to make it rain on you.
Here's Amari Owens in the corner. Barber tries a three. It's in and out. Rebound claimed by Surratt. Tate Robinson in transition. Back to the trailer. Possession, Bryan Station.
This is going to be a fast game. It looks like they both want to get up and down the floor, so it's going to be about who can take care of the ball in transition.
And Ashford, Marcellus Ashford, into forecourt, challenged by Tate Robinson. There's Adams around a screen. And Amari veering right, his opposite hand.
This is going to be a great matchup right there. Talbot and Owens, two competitors.
Owens flings it in the lane, did not get the roll, and a rebound. It's one and done, says Thurman Wade. Over to Talbot, pinballed from behind, and the game's first foul. Going to be cited on Marcellus Ashford of Bryan Station.
Both teams look to hit the glass hard. That was a good rebound by Station. By Douglas down there.
Yeah, Thurman Wade elevating high to bring in that rebound. Again, he leads them. Does Thurman in rebounds at 6 a night. There's DeMarcus Surratt angling.
Looks like Station's in a man. It's a good thing.
And Thurman Wade going to exchange with number 4, Dakari Talbot, who is an all-state football player. 1,600 yards on the ground last year for Nathan McPeak's group. There's a Thurman Wade triple. And 44 Roberts vacuums in the Station rebound. His team trails by 3 rather. Amari off with that 3. And Tayshawn Adams collecting the rebound.
Yeah. Post up, Adams. Adams needs to get some good touches.
Marcellus Ashford carving in for Station's first field goal.
Strong move by the sophomore.
Ashford with 7 points versus Henry Clay, and Dakari Talbot knives in for the answer.
I love them point guards who are aggressive all game.
Ashford dumps it down, and Surratt the overplay and steal. Here comes Robinson into forecourt. Nate Cohen weaves it around to Wade, and Wade met at the cylinder, and a foul on Bryan Station.
Well, it looks like nobody's going to try to let anybody have a good, easy layup tonight, so everybody's intense.
A couple of free throws coming up for Thurman Wade. Crafty wind around the clock by Nate Cohen. Thurman for 2, where he shoots them at 59%. Bryan Station will bring on 3. Claude Lewis, Ethan Owens, and Alaji Bojang.
Coach Ligon going to the bench early. Trying to keep his guys' legs fresh.
There's Thurman Wade. One more free throw looming. And Douglas by 4. And we've played about 4 in this opening quarter.
You know, we were looking for up and down, but it's been really a good pace game.
There's Claude Lewis, the freshman, getting more minutes as this season has transpired. Amari angling in, lost the handle. Back around to 0, Bojang.
Again, I think they need to get Adam some touches in the paint. They got to draw that defense in and then kick out, or at least give him some room to operate.
Amari, here comes the help side from Cohen. Ethan Owens short on that 3, and Nate Cohen snaring the Douglas rebound. Dakari Talbert splits the double team, and Cohen collided with and fouled by Bryan Station's Claude Lewis.
You know, Station looking to trap early, trying to get some deflections, you know, but Douglas seems to be handling himself well against that.
Dakari Talbot will inbound underneath. A modest beginning for both teams offensively.
Yes.
There's DeMarcus Surratt. And Nate Robinson, rather a Tate Robinson in between dribbles, and he'll be called for a violation.
I love these type of games. 2 high-octane teams trying to figure it out.
Station's only field goal, a Marcellus Ashford basket. Dakari Talbot has a field goal. Tate Robinson a 3, and then a free throw tacked in by Thurman Wade. Here's Claude Lewis underneath. The ball finds Tayshawn Adams, and Adams will put it in.
I think they need more of that tonight. The more he gets off, I think the easier to make for the rest of the guys.
There's Dakari Talbot weaving his way in for the response, and Talbot 4 points, both field goals after a Station basket. There's Bojang, and Alaji lofts it short, and Thurman Wade back for the Frederick Douglass rebound.
You know, Dakari Talbot is a great leader. You know, you see that strength coming from football, that toughness.
As Cohen will wind it around. There's Talbot trapped in the corner. Ethan Owens got a hand on that. Nate Cohen, and pocket picked by Amari Owens as Owens up, and Ethan Owens to follow. Ethan Owens' first field goal.
6-8.
2 minutes in this opening quarter.
You know, I think I was like most people, thinking there's going to be a high-scoring first quarter, but it's been very calculated.
Dakari Talbot has it trickled at the near side. And a Frederick Douglass 30-second timeout, 8-6. The early start. More coverage coming up from Bryan Station in just a moment.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
(8-6) the score as we welcome you back. Frederick Douglass by an early field goal. And you mentioned it, Nimbo, the word calculated. And that's been the case here to start this game.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure it out. You know, you're trying to figure out each other's defenses. You're trying to figure out each other's offenses. And, you know, you have such high caliber players that they're just trying to figure it out right now.
Can be Bronco basketball out of the timeout. Daniel Piana has checked in for Douglas, as has number 1 Terry Kaysen. And DeMarcus Surratt retrieving it in backcourt.
Station's looking to pick up the pace by all the trapping. They're trying to keep that ball moving, make people make quick decisions.
Great close, deflected out by Kamani Barber. Possession stays with Frederick Douglass. 20-6 coming in. Bryan Station at 22-7, trying to claim consecutive 42nd district titles. They won it last year. There's Tate Robinson finding his companion DeMarcus Surratt. Surratt slithers in the lane. He left that short. There's Thurman Wade with a follow and basket.
Those are the kind of plays that's going to win a game tonight because it's so tight. Those plays, second chance touches is going to make this game very important.
Thurman Wade with 3 points and a foul at the other end as Bryan Station's Amari Owens will toe the line for 2. You see Wade's putback is Owens' 62% free throw shooter on the season.
Free throws are going to be important. They're going to be important when you play two juggernauts playing against each other. Everything counts.
And candidly, neither shoot it very well. Station at 61 as a group, Douglas 63 from the foul line as a team.
Especially as these games get tougher and tougher, you got to have to make those free throws.
There's Owens for one more, and that one rattles in. Calaco Roberts back in for Bryan Station. Postman, as Claude Lewis, his understudy, will shuttle out. Latter stages opening quarter. Broncos lead it 10-8. There's Thurman Wade. And Wade with the seam in the lane, a strong drive and a whistle underneath and a foul on Green.
I like what Station is doing, trapping the ball, making the ball move. Frederick Douglass has to do just exactly what Thurman did, score up and attack the rim.
Fourth team foul. They're going to get Ashford, or rather Barber, for the reach. As Thurman Wade, 1 of 2 from the line, will have another pair. So Thurman now 1 out of 3. As Coach Garvin and staff stare on.
You know, I'm looking at these coaches coach. Everybody's coaching.
And Coach Ligon, he was here very early this afternoon. His team had a practice before. And Wade 0 of 2 from the line, and rebound collected by Amari Owens. So Douglas leaving some points on the board here early.
And you can't do that. They can come back to haunt you later.
Marcellus Ashford finding Barber far sideline. Very few empty seats in this gym. Both sidelines jam-packed, stairwells as well.
Hey, I was just thinking the same thing, especially when I saw the kids over there sitting in chairs on the sideline.
There's Amari Owens up top with under 20 seconds in this first quarter.
Both of them seem to be doing similar things on defense, trying to get the ball out of their best players' hands.
There is Ashford trying to do something here, under 10. In the lane, Roberts, and it slides off to close the first quarter. Frederick Douglass on top, 10-8. More coverage live from Bryan Station High School. You're watching Glycon.
road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
10-8 after 1, and Bryan Station with a great opportunity to score to close the first quarter.
Yeah, they just missed the opportunity. It just rimmed out. But it looked good. Got a great look, but you got to make those.
Will be Bryan Station possession to start this second quarter. As Owens on the take for Bryan Station. In the corner, Kamani Barber sneaks in everything but. He's missed two from right underneath the basket. And Douglas out with it.
Yeah, they've had a couple of them just rim out.
And a traveling violation. Good defense by Bryan Station. There you see the Defenders head coach, Champ Ligon, look on. Champ, his second tour of duty, if you will, at Bryan Station.
Yeah, his first tour, I was with him. You know, we had some good runs when we go back to like Montel Moranis, Shelvin Mack, Jerron Jones, all those guys. So it's his second run at it, and he's doing a great job.
So many great players have been through these doors, and one to my immediate right in the corner, that's Ashford sealed off. There's Amari Owens, a long two. In and out, Roberts closed and knocked it out. It will belong to Frederick Douglass.
Seems like it has a lid on that goal for Bryan Station. It just keep rimming it out.
Both teams advance to the 11th region tournament. They will play either Wednesday or Thursday quarterfinals in the entire tournament at Eastern Kentucky University. We'll have the draw tomorrow morning right here, 10 a.m. on Glycod. So Douglas possession to Marcus Surratt. Nimbo yet to score.
Well, they've done a good job. Every time he touches the ball, they're trapping him, so they're getting the ball out of his hands. One thing about that, when that happens, you got to find other ways to help your team. Get on the glass.
There's Surratt, recipient of the pass to Kari Talbert inside the lane, exploding to the basket, and a block underneath on Coliko Roberts.
Well, the one thing that Douglas has to do, that's when all the other players have to start stepping up. And then as they start stepping up and open up the lanes, then that'll help Surratt out to get loose a little bit.
So Dakari for two. Broncos have missed 3 free throws here in the early phases, and Talbert only a 53% free throw shooter. He'll aim that one off.
Both teams are leaving points on the board.
Broncos now with 4 misfires. And an 11-8 lead. Owens in between defenders, taking it to the strong, and it's off the mark. The ball finds Tayshawn Adams, and he'll put it in.
I'm telling you, in order for Station to really secure things, they need to get Adams more touches, especially around that paint. He has a great touch, and they need to start looking at him a little bit more.
And great hands as well.
And from the last couple of games that I've watched him, around that paint, he's been great.
Got some perspiration underneath. Looks like being absorbed, and we're ready to go. Douglas has led throughout. They have a 1-point advantage. 9.5 minutes have elapsed as Talbot into forecourt. Piana flings it baseline. And Kaysen undercut as he exploded up for the rebound and a foul. The second this quarter on Bryan Station.
Every time you catch the ball, either way, somebody's in your face. You're not there. Neither team is getting clean looks tonight. And that's the credit to both defenses.
Claude Lewis makes his second appearance tonight for Station, as Kamani Barber will leave. And Thurman Wade is checked back in the game for Frederick Douglass.
I think we got a good old chess match here.
There's Talbot inside the line. Now Surratt splits the double, lofts it underneath Kaysen. A lot of attention to Terry, and it's blocked momentarily, but Cohen puts it up and in.
That was his first touchdown there, and he made it easy bucket.
Nate Cohen propels the lead to 3. Tayshawn from Amari. Adams off to the left, and Cohen soaring for the rebound.
You know, the one thing that you have to worry about with Station, they trap off makes or misses. So you have to be ready.
Kaysen a 3, that won't go, and Claude Lewis back for the Bryan Station rebound as they could tie it here with a 3. In the corner, Ashford, he passed up on one, and a foul on Frederick Douglass's Dakari Talbot, the first of such in this quarter.
The one thing about young players, don't be afraid to be great. Ashford had a shot in the corner, and you got to take those because you're not going to get too many clean looks, and that was a clean look.
Bryan Station ball side court. Ethan Owens, an early field goal on a putback. He will trigger it in play.
Look at this matchup with Talbot. Put him on get him in the paint, recognize it.
And now they'll switch back as Tate Robinson has 35. In the lane goes Ashford. He lost the handle. It's going to stay Bryan Station per official David Hammond. So inbound underneath to the defenders. 22-7 coming in this game.
Chris, I guess I'm so old school. I like to go straight to the mismatches. Sometimes you got to take advantage of your opportunities when you get them.
Ethan Owens a 3. Oh, yeah! And a Broncos timeout. We're tied at 13. 5 minutes, 8 seconds left in the first half. Back in 30 seconds after this from Army National Guard on Glycod.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
So the Broncos call timeout after the Ethan Owens 3. And just as the case for Bryan Station in their win versus Henry Clay on Wednesday, Nimbo, some sub-parts elevating themselves, coming off the bench and scoring tonight.
And that's what you need, especially in games like this. You know, everybody must contribute. You know, and sometimes you might have to contribute a little bit more. Like Ashford in the corner, he should have taken that shot.
Inbound back to Thurman away now to Curry Talbot into front court. As Talbot between the wickets, trying to initiate this Douglas offense.
It's been tough because every time they go to the pick and roll, they screen it. I mean, they trap it.
Jimmy Dick is on the floor for the first time, number 30 in white. He's a three-point marksman for Douglas. He shoots him at a 43% ratio. In the lane, exploding Talbot up and off, and the follow-in, and Surratt is on the board.
You know, that's what great players do. They find ways. We had talked about it earlier. You got to find a way to help your team.
Amari trying to answer. Tayshawn cleans it up, left it short, and a Bronco foul.
I love Adams. You know, I know the young man's demeanor is very quiet and calm, but I would love to see some aggression come out of him sometimes.
So Tayshawn for 2. Adams 5 early points. Over 1,300 in a career, and he'd be the star at many other schools.
Oh, yeah, you take any of these kids, you take them and put them somewhere else, I think they'll be stars wherever they go because they all play hard, and that's what you want.
Amari gets a blow as Owens will check out of the game, and in momentarily is Kamani Barber. Just over 4 minutes left. There's a 3 by Robinson. It's off and chased down in the corner by Barber and out of bounds off of Frederick Douglass, and it will be back to the defenders.
It was a good look. It was a good look.
Nate Cohen back in. Jimmy Dick will shuttle out for the Broncos.
In a game like this, your stars got to be on the floor. They're not getting much rest. They're giving a little bit, but they got to come right back.
So Owens got one defensive possession off. And here he comes into forecourt. 4 minutes remaining first half. Bryan Station has never led.
The station needs to run some offense, get the ball moving, make the defense move.
And here comes the Roberts screen as Owens with a seam up and off as it rattled around the horn and dipped out. Here comes DeMarcus Surratt as Surratt shifts gears.
You know, Station are getting the shots at the basket. They just got to finish.
Dakari Chopper, great pass. Thurman Wade in for 2.
Great look. Great look.
Broncos back on top by 2. There's Amari Owens. And a little help from Wade. And Cohen, all that length, very bothersome for Ashford as he deflects it and then takes it away. And Roberts, he'll scoop up the loose change. Adams up top for 3. Roberts off. And Thurman Wade, an aggressive rebound. And a Bryan Station foul.
Wow. It has a lid on it. It has a lid on it for Bryan Station.
They've had numerous opportunities. They missed the last 3 that have dipped around a couple of times.
Well, and that's what I tell young kids today. You know, everybody wants to go out and shoot threes. Sometimes you got to work on finishing around that paint.
And Owens out again. So Amari going to take this one out. They're going to sub him out on defense. 2:39 in this half. Here comes Talbert into front court. As Dakari lost the handle, the ball found Surratt and DeMarcus. He missed one from the doorstep.
You talking about an athletic move. He caught that ball and jumped to the other side to finish.
A low-scoring affair tonight at Bryan Station High School.
I don't think we anticipated this.
Both teams average well over 60 a night. There's Tayshawn Adams trying to do something opposite Thurman Wade. Ashford baseline, and Robinson says, no thank you, sir. And Robinson floats it forward.
Should have probably went to the other side. But
Robinson lets a 3 fly, and it's off to the right, and Surratt colliding with Kamani Barber, and it's going to stay Frederick Douglass. The Broncos will sub in Jimmy Dick again for Tate Robinson. So in essence, they're going to swap out 3-point shooters and hang on to possession here. Under 2 minutes first half.
Oh, these coaches are coaching. Hey, I love it. I love it. I love the atmosphere.
There's DeMarcus Surratt, trap baseline, and a Station foul. be the 4th foul. Is that a warning on Champ or a technical? May just be a bench warning over there.
Hey, I understand it. Especially in these games right here, coaches are jumping and yelling. Referees did a good job of controlling the game, and that's what you want to see. Veteran guys out there controlling it.
It'll be possession. Frederick Douglass will take a look at that replay momentarily. So only a bench warning. Station 4 team fouls, however, in this half.
Both teams have done great defensively.
There's Braden Payne in the grill of Dakari Talbert. Talbert flings a 3.
Wow. Wow. That's right there is how you bring it home, baby. Wow.
That's Nate Cohen. He's heard from in a Surratt block. As Surratt throws it away in possession. Back to Bryan Station as Nate Cohen brought him out.
Wow, what an amazing play. I'll tell you this, young man skied to get that one, and he threw it home.
A delay again underneath. Here we actually might have an injury. It appears a Frederick Douglass player with an injury underneath, well underneath on the near sideline. So we're going to take a pause and be back. It's 1:14 left, and Frederick Douglass has a 4-point lead. I'll check that. Let's keep it here. It's Dakari Talbert, the injured Bronco. Good to see him be able to get off under his own power.
Tough guy. You know, this is probably where that football comes into play a little bit.
And Station still in their huddle. Let's take one more look. This is an incredible putback by Nate Cohen.
Young man went to the top and got that at the top of the square.
A lot of perspiration being absorbed underneath. This has been a very intense game, as we certainly thought it might be.
Yes. We knew it would be tight, but we thought we'd be scoring a little bit more points than what we have. So you got to credit, like say, both teams' defenses and the intensity on defense.
These are two very good teams. Nearing the 1-minute mark of a well-played first half. Tayshawn Adams. There's a screen. He'll say no thanks and go to the left and cough it up. DeMarcus Surratt scoops it up. Terry Kaysen denied by Roberts. And a foul underneath.
Yes. This is what the kind of games that you want. Right there. Right there. That's what you want. Good defensive stands by Bryan Station.
Foul on Frederick Douglass as Roberts met Kaysen up high.
I think every high school needs to start getting a little ball boy that can keep up all the sweat now.
This game being played well above the rim.
It's good to see high school basketball like this. Everybody coming out supporting these young men and young ladies.
Well, and a lot of eyeballs on these two teams tonight. So many games. Championships settled last night. Many in the 7th region. Madison Central won in the 11th, of course, last night. A lot of teams off tonight, and these two teams, as they well deserve, warranting a lot of attention.
Yes.
As Amari Owens veering right inside the line, up, and another one just could not get it to creep over.
And they're getting point-blank looks.
And DeMarcus Surratt under 30 as Douglass led by 2 after 1. And Murray Garvin going to call another timeout. So Douglass has gone through a couple of those now. They've gone through 3 first-half timeouts, and will have possession late. Back after this.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Douglas possession out of the timeout. See 24 seconds left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll update the score ticker, keep you apprised of all the area action, and also have a look at your first half numbers. Nothing really jumping off the page statistically, Nimbo. This has been a well-played game, though.
Yeah, it is. You know, and games like this, everybody has to be solid. You know, can't be the weak link in this one because it's a chess match.
Surratt finding Tate Robinson. Boy, he's drawing a lot of company. There's Surratt closing, lobbing to Cohen, and Cohen bobbled it momentarily, but put it in anyway.
To be able to catch that ball and after he fumbled it and finishing, great.
Maury Owens with the answer. Under 5, Surratt exploring, and DeMarcus expecting the whistle, and that's going to take us to halftime. Frederick Douglass leading Bryan Station tonight, 21-17. More coverage coming up from the 42nd District on Glycod right after this message.
My favorite thing about being a student at U of L is just the sense of community that I have on campus or off campus. Sports has positively influenced my life by taking me out of just slumps that I have in dark places. Anytime I'm feeling down or maybe alone, I always have basketball to go to. I can go to the gym at any time of the day and just my mind clears up. My name is Javon Hadley, and I'm better without it.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryan Road in Lexington. Visit manofwarhd.com.
Back at Bryan Station High School, a great game tonight on Glycod. Chris Labar, Nimbo Hammonds, it's halftime, and Douglas by 4, and this game has been a very physical one.
Yes, it is. And, you know, neither team is giving anything up. So they're challenging at the rim. So it's going to be about who can make those extra plays to help their team win.
Let's take a look at your team numbers presented by our great partners at BCTC, Bluegrass Community Technical College. It's college for your world. Douglas, a little bit better shooting, and then rebounding, they do have an upper hand there by 8.
Well, they've gotten a couple of extra shots, and and that's the one thing about this game. If you can get the extras, that might help you get through this game.
Individually, Bryan Station, Tayshawn Adams with 6, but Amari Owens thus far only with 4. What's been the secret ingredient defensively?
Well, they've been trapping him, getting the ball out of his hands, and nothing's going to come easy tonight. But, he's got to do a good job of still trying to get the other guys in to help him and, share that ball a little bit.
And for Frederick Douglass, well-balanced scoring. Dakari Talbert with 5, Thurman Wade also with 5, Nate Cohen 6 points and 7 rebounds.
Yes, and he was effective. That's the big guy. He does what he does, and, tonight he's finishing around that paint. Now, he's going to have to continue to do that tonight to give them a chance to win.
4-point game at the half. Broncos lead Bryan Station 21-17. More coverage coming up in just a moment on Glycod.
Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
No one college can be all things to all people. But Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at NationalGuard.com.
A big day tomorrow on Glycott. We invite you to join us for the 11th Region Selection Show. We'll have it for you at 10 o'clock from EKU, and then Monday and Tuesday girls quarterfinals at 7:15 and 9:15. So a lot of high school basketball action all next week on Glycott. 4-point game at the half. Douglas leads Bryan Station, and the second half on the way back after this pause on Glycott.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station to settle the 42nd District Championship. And the Broncos by 4. They have never trailed in this game, although Frederick Douglass was tied late in the first half. This game is 6 points. Nimbo, the largest lead for either team.
Well, I don't think it's going to get – if you get more than 6 to 8 points, then that's a great lead for you. But Bryan Station needs to come out and just keep playing the defense the way they have. And, hopefully the ball will start bouncing their way this half.
DeMarcus Surratt, the tremendous All-11th Region player, been relatively quiet offensively, only 2 points thus far, and 1 of 3 from the floor.
Well, it's going to be one of those games. And he just like everybody else, you got to find a way to help your team. Sometimes it's not with the points.
As Tate Robinson handles it up top for the Broncos. Thurman Wade in attack mode. As Tate Robinson handles it, what's the adjustment Station is going to try to make defensively?
Well, I think you keep doing the same thing you've been doing. It was effective. I think the only problem they had was they just couldn't finish.
There's Dakari Talbert, a teardrop in the lane, and that'll match the largest lead for Frederick Douglass. Ashford around a screen.
Here's where some of the other guys are going to have to step up.
A long 2 from Ashford is off the mark, poked out of bounds. I believe it was off of Roberts, so possession back to the Broncos.
That's not the shot you're looking for. Got to get some offense going and moving and make the defense move so you can try to find a crack to get in there.
There's Talbert into front court. He is so athletic, has so many ways he can score. And the penetration ability just so hard to keep in front of.
And this is a matchup. They got Adams on Surratt, that length.
There's Cohen. He'll skip it to Dakari, number 4. Talbert finds Cohen. Now Surratt hoists to corner 3. And Thurman Wade tracks down another rebound.
Second chance.
Talbert going to exhale and stream it in. He had extra time to collect his thoughts before that one.
It never fails. Anytime you give up an offensive rebound, usually the team scores.
Kamani Barber off the mark, and it's danger zone time now for Station. They're down 9. There's Thurman Wade coming up the floor, and he and Roberts bump one another.
Well, the intensity is going to be high. Station just has to continue to be steady. make those open shots and continue to play defense.
Have a Bryan Station timeout. Station going to pause play for 30. They trail by 9, and we're back in just a moment on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
(26-17), Frederick Douglass by 9. Broncos have scored a first couple of field goals to get some breathing room in this game.
Well, the first 3 minutes of the third quarter are very important to establish what you're trying to do. And it looked like Douglass has come out and they've kind of imposed their will a little bit. Station seems to be a little stagnant, but maybe getting some half-court offense to get them rolling.
Let's see what the adjustment was for Station as they try to muster some offense, but first they've got to get it going on the defensive end as DeMarcus Surratt handles it in the corner. And a foul underneath as Douglass on a 5-0 run to start this second half, and Bryan Station picking up their second foul of the period.
The one thing that Douglass is doing, they're cutting hard. I don't know, people need to start bumping the cutters, as we used to say, to stop letting them cut so freely.
As DeMarcus Surratt knocks in the free throw. Surratt now with 3 points this evening. And the first double-figure lead of the game belongs to Frederick Douglass. A 7-0 run to start this second half.
And I'm sorry, Chris, they just started to itch away, a little bit by little bit. And that's how you got to do in this game.
It's a Bronco foul. What can Station do on the offensive end, though, to get something going?
Well, I think you can't just get rattled because they have a lead. Still a lot of time on the clock. I think you run your offense, and then when you pick your moments, you got to take them.
Amari Owens, 4 points tonight, 1 of 9 from the floor. Dakari Talbert sensed the challenge. He wanted the challenge, and so far he's done a great job. Ethan Owens, a corner three, and he'll connect from there for the second time tonight.
That'll help right there. If they can hit those in the second half, that can open up the lane for Owens.
Barber just misses a steal. There's Surratt finding Nate Cohen. And Barber back at the other end to poke it out of play.
As you see, when you put the ball in the hole, your energy gets better on the defensive end. So they got to continue to put the ball in the hole.
Thurman Wade will shuttle out. Terry Kaysen is checked in for Douglass. Kaysen, 5 scoreless minutes played in the first half.
Talbot has done a good job of running this team.
He has. Veering through contact.
Yes, taking the bumps.
Surratt baseline has a stride on Ethan Owens. A circus shot goes down.
Wow. Wow. Just amazing.
That shot is off, but Tayshawn Adams with a putback and make. And it's 30-22.
They have not gone to the post with him or given him a good look in that paint. And I'm talking about Adams, that is, and they need to do that at least the next few trips.
It's a big basket for Station to get it back under double figures. And Tate Robinson will inbound side court for Douglass.
For Station, they probably need to get a couple of stops, try to get some momentum change on the defensive end and get some easy buckets.
There's Talbert trying to pierce the double team, and he travels. So that'll give it back to Bryan Station.
That's exactly what they needed. Now you just got to capitalize on the mistake of Douglass.
Bryan Station seeking their second straight district championship. Frederick Douglass looking for their 6th in school history, their 6th in 9 seasons.
Hey, 2 quality programs.
Amari baseline and a hand check foul, and Terry Kaysen, the guilty party.
I don't think that's a bad foul. You know, they're doing a good job of taking Amari off his angles.
Ethan Owens will inbound. His 2 threes tonight have been big for this station group.
Yes, and they just want to say they need to run the offense a little bit more.
Well, Surratt scoops up the errant pass. Cohen back to DeMarcus. Surratt gathers, and the follow in for Toby Robinson. Toby Robinson, the sophomore, just entered in the game, and the lead back to double figures.
Well, we talked about it earlier. You got to control the glass.
There's Amari Owens crafting his way in for the answer.
You know, Douglas is getting those second chance shots, and it's helping him a lot.
32-24. As Robinson has it ripped away. Diving on the loose float ball is Toby Robinson, and Ethan Owens throws it away, so it's back to Frederick Douglass.
I'll take that possession just for the aggression of it, but you still got to take care of the ball.
Well, DeMarcus Surratt pleading his case with the near side official, and it will belong. The possession will to Douglas. 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Just an unbelievably packed house tonight on the north side.
Yes, yes. Standing room only.
Terry Kaysen ventures baseline. Toby Robinson gathers. He missed it from the front porch. Here comes Amari Owens for Bryan Station. And Owens up and in.
Defense into offense. They can score quickly.
Owens with back-to-back layups. A 2-possession game. Talbert weaves his way around the double team to the basket. He marches, and a Bryan Station foul.
Well, they're not giving anything easy in that paint.
4th team foul, and Dakari in the act of shooting. His motor is just off the chain.
I love him. You know, you go probably get 1,000 yards on the football field, and then you come out here and you running this team. He's done a great job.
So Dakari for 2. And he'll get it to trickle home. Dakari 2 of 3 from the foul line tonight. Did not get the roll there, and Toby Robinson a bit overzealous in pursuit of that rebound. So 3rd team foul on Douglas. So Station possession.
You know, the one thing that Douglas hasn't done tonight that has been great for them, they haven't really pressed. They've just kind of met you at the half court, met Station at the half court, and that's what they're doing, half court.
There's Amari Owens splitting the double team. Off the mark. Roberts got a hand on that loose ball. Tayshawn out with it. Around to Braden Payne, and they'll recycle Will Station. Payton slithers in the lane, rejected, and a foul on the off-ball defender. It appears to be on Tate Robinson. So Braden Payne for 2 free throws.
Sophomore.
33% free throw marksman on the year. And why not?
Hey, it don't matter what it looks like, long as it goes in.
So the lead at 6. It was 4 at half. As Payne again. That's a bullseye.
Big free throws.
And that's going to give Station a chance to set up for some pressure here. There's Dakari into forecourt, being bothered by Payne, and here's Braden closing, and that's the 5th team foul. And Douglas will have 2 free throws for the balance of this quarter. So Dakari going to sashay back to the charity line.
Station needs to keep doing what they're doing on defense, but you have to play that defense without fouling.
And that was one of your key points we talked about before the game as Talbot puts it back up to a half dozen. The sub coming in momentarily as Dakari. Well done, young man. And it's a touchdown lead for Frederick Douglass.
Everything counts now. Got to take care of the ball down the stretch.
As Amari Owens venturing into forecourt. He's got a couple of back-to-back baskets in this quarter. And Douglas in a 2-3 zone, Nimbo.
Yeah, they ran a little horns play for that.
Ethan Owens short on that one. Surratt with a hand on it, and Dakari scoops it up for Douglas. And now Kaysen with it. There's DeMarcus Surratt, an awkward shot, missed that one, and it's poked right to Tayshawn Adams.
Great defensive stance, made him all to the shot.
There's Amari Owens chiseling in the lane. Held ball, arrow stays, Bryan Station.
They've got to get back to sharing that ball. They've got to, that was one thing I was impressed with Bryan Station in the last game. They shared the ball so well. And I know in these tight games sometimes we lose focus when you're playing, but you got to stick to that.
Ethan Owens carving some room in the lane, short on that one, and Robinson vacuums in the rebound for Frederick Douglass. By 7 they lead. Surratt lobbing it underneath by Cohen. Robinson a 3, and Tate is short. Kaysen crashes the party for the rebound and draws a Station foul.
Well, that's been kind of one of the things tonight for Douglas. They've gotten a lot of extra shots. One of the keys was to own that glass, and Douglas is the points that they've gotten the shots that they've gotten have come off extra shots.
That's one of those plays that perfectly describes in one play what Terry Kaysen brings. Relentless effort.
He passed up a shot to pass, to his teammate, and then went to rebound.
That's a big swing. So now the lead is 8 as Kaysen drains the free throw.
Every point counts.
Broncos only 2 of 6 from the foul line in the first half. That's not been the case in this half. They have been much more efficient.
Well, it might have been one of the talks down there at halftime. If I'm coach, you got to do all the little things because those are the things that help you win these games.
You think Murray had a Nerf goal down there in the locker room? They practicing?
Yeah, he's playing all the stops.
With 1:20 in this third quarter. Big trip up the hill here for Bryan Station. Tayshawn Adams turns and shoots and scores.
It's time for that young man to get more touches, especially down this stretch.
With a minute left, now less than that in the third. Piana is checked in. He rifles it back to DeMarcus Surratt. Terry Kaysen in the corner.
Good patience. That's a well-coached team because most guys would shoot that.
But Station wants Terry to shoot it.
Yes, and that's why they're leaving him. But they're being so patient.
There's Surratt back to Kaysen. .20 seconds left as Kaysen ventures in opposite Ethan Owens. In the lane goes Kaysen, a strong drive, and Roberts called for another foul.
That's a great possession. You run the clock down, and then you get to the free throw line. You can't ask for a better possession than that.
To Terry Kaysen, he drained the last 2 from the free throw line. He'll have another pair. And that young man is delivering.
Good looking shot, good rotation on the ball, soft on the rim.
So Surratt likely to shuttle out for the final 14.2 of the third and expect him back to start the fourth, I would assume.
Oh, yes. That's good coaching. Give your star player a rest. Then you get the switch at the at the third quarter. Then he gets to come back in fresh.
Roberts snared that rebound, so you got less than 10 for Station down 8. Amari Owens angling in the lane, coughed it up. Talbert down the mountaintop, and that is a big swing, and Douglas by 10 to close the third quarter. 40-30, Frederick Douglass with the lead. We're back with more after this pause.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
A 10-point lead, Frederick Douglass on top, 40-30 with 8 minutes remaining, and that was a big exchange to close the third quarter.
Well, it's a blow to Bryan Station. You know, you shot the ball so fast early, and then they get back and get an easy 2 to end the quarter. So good momentum going into the fourth for Broncos, and you know now Coach Liggins probably in that huddle telling them we got to dig in deep now.
So Station possession to start this fourth quarter. Frederick Douglass, 10 consecutive wins. Their last loss January 23rd by 3 at Madison Central. And Bryan Station, they've been hot as well. They've won 8 of their last 9.
Both teams are coming down the stretch playing their best basketball.
As Talbert across to Thurman Wade. A strong drive, and Wade bumps the lead to 12, and it's never been larger tonight.
First couple of minutes of this quarter is very important for Bryan Station. They got to get something going. Got to get some movement. Got to get some movement.
Pass underneath, and there's 2, and Ethan Owens having a great night. He's got 8 points.
That young man has stepped up.
So Ethan Owens for 2. And Bryan Station sub Tayshawn Adams going to check in. And after the violation, Bryan Station going to get it right back.
Hey, that's what you're looking for. Any chance to make another opportunity to get a chance to shoot that ball.
As Barber will chisel it in underneath Ethan Owens in the corner.
I would run a little pick and roll with Owens and Adams to try to get Adams in that post.
Owens tries a 3, and Amari well along with that as DeMarcus Surratt collects the rebound.
If I'm Douglas, that's what I want him to do. Take contested shots.
Dakari Talbert finds Thurman Wade for 2 more, and the hits just keep on coming for the Broncos.
I'll tell you this, Dakari Talbot is really running his team.
And Surratt defensively. High-level plays at both ends by Frederick Douglass. Kaysen and Cohen threw that away. Here comes Monte Ashford, or rather a Marcellus Ashford in the corner. Amari Owens baseline, up and in, and an and one.
Good strong move. That's really the only clean look he's gotten tonight.
Been wonderful help side defense all night by Frederick Douglass. Amari gets that to go, and the lead now at 10.
Make your free throw to set your defense.
And that one is off. It's 6:33, so Station leaving a point on the board. Terry Kaysen backing in, and he'll put it in, and he has got 6 huge points for Douglas in this second half.
Well, here's the one thing that you have to do. Take advantage of the mismatches, and that's what he did. He took Owens in the post.
There's Ashford lobbing it to Adams, and again the deflection by DeMarcus Surratt as Surratt comes up the floor. Talbert attacking, exploiting, and a foul on number 1 Marcellus Ashford of Bryan Station.
You know, Dakari Talbert, he's so important to this team. His motor, his engine, his leadership, you know, his relentlessness on defense and offense has really been pushing them tonight.
So Talbert for 2, and Surratt setting everything up with that tremendous play in the open floor.
And like we said, though, your leaders have to learn to do something different. You know, when Surratt's playing defense, he's getting deflections, he's getting the rebounds, he's kicking it out, making the plays. So sometimes you have to do something else.
(48-34) with 5:56 in the third. And free throw shooting has turned favorably to the Broncos in this second half. Mario Owens attacking up top. And a turnover from that far sideline.
I didn't really see why he was trying to force it in there. They was fronting the post.
And DeMarcus Surratt for 2, and things really getting out of hand here. And a Bryan Station timeout. 50-34, Douglas outscoring Bryan Station by double figures in the second half. And we're back in just a moment on Glycon.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
5:30 remaining in this one as the Broncos leading 50-34, and they've certainly elevated their play even more in the second half.
And you see it. You know, they're making it very difficult for Bryan Station to run any offense, and the ball is getting stuck in people's hands. We didn't see that the last game, so credit Douglas for their defensive efforts.
Broncos 20-6 coming in. They have played a murderous schedule, and certainly they hope the byproduct of that would be some wins deep into March, and they have certainly played quite well tonight.
That's why you play those games, to get you ready for these moments.
Owens finds Ethan Owens inside the line. Foul line jumper off. Adams went high for that rebound, and Piani just took it from him. Five minutes remaining. Dakari Talbert, a corner 3. And the rebound underneath Kamani Barber for Bryan Station as Owens attacks, and Amari up. And it's out of bounds to the Broncos.
That's a tough shot to make. You got 3 guys that you're trying to go through. You know, you may have to come down on those possessions and run something to get you a good look.
Owens has really been challenged tonight by Frederick Douglass.
In games like this, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. You still got to stay focused. You got to stay calm.
There is Robinson lofting it over. Thurman Wade for a 3. Yes! And Wade is delivered in this second half as well.
They look like they look really good right now. 50-50 balls. Everybody looked great.
And Wade for 2 more. And it's 55-34. And Frederick Douglass, they want a timeout. We're going to keep things here in Thurman Wade, doing it in many, many ways for the Broncos.
I think that was a good timeout to keep the energy of your kids, refocus them. You know, Coach Garvin has been in this position before many times at different levels, and you got to learn how to keep your kids focused, especially when you have the lead in a tight game like this, well, in a good game like this, hard-fought game. So probably going to get them settled in and get them refocused to come right back out.
And for Bryan Station, they've done some good things defensively. Did that certainly in the first half. What in the world are they going to try to do here late in this game?
It's about scoring points. They've had trouble in the first half. They got great looks. They just didn't finish. But you can't rush during this time. Now you still got to trust your offense. You got to trust your teammates, and you got to take what's good, what's available.
And Murray Garvin told you that, you know, the district championship was taken from them last year by Station, and his kids certainly got the memo tonight.
Yes. And you know, one thing I can say about Coach Garvin, he has really, really, truly been focused. Every time we've talked to him, he's really got these guys got a plan for what they're trying to do. So they have their eyes on the prize, and they look good right now.
So Bryan Station will inbound, just 4:25 remaining. Broncos led by 2 after 1 and by 4 at half, and they have just exploded in quarters 3 and 4.
Station is going a little deeper in the bench with some younger guys.
There's some Amari Owens up top. And so much importance on the draw and the matchups. And Station the last 2 years, they've really been up against it. They've drawn into Great Crossings bracket both years.
Yes. Well, there's no easy out here, man. You got to play every night from here on on.
Surratt with a rebound up to Dakari Talbert. Talbert, reverse layup, got the roll.
Man.
There's Tayshawn Adams back at the other end, and I believe he was bumped by Talbert. And that shows you the athleticism as Talbert's scoring at one end. He's the guy back at the other baseline.
Yeah, they seem to be on it. You know, nobody's lagging. Everybody's trying to get behind the ball so they can do their part.
3:29 remaining. We talked about Great Crossing the last 2 years. This year, you don't want to draw into Madison Central's bracket.
Yes, they look good. I saw them earlier this year, and watching them play against Bryan Station, and I love Feldhouse. I've always loved the way he's coached.
Jake Feldhouse and then Asher as well. They got some players. That's off the mark. Rebound. And Ashford could not get that to go in. That was Britton Johnson with the follow, number 43 that's checked in. There's DeMarcus Surratt. The punctuation mark, if you will.
Yes.
And Bryan Station going to call timeout as things getting out of hand here tonight on the north side.
Well, the adjustments in the half, you know, I know Coach Ligon went in there and talked about the things they needed to do, but again, you have to give credit to the Broncos tonight. They were prepared for everything.
DeMarcus Surratt with the thundering jam. Only 2 points in the first half. He has made plays and made contributions in different ways tonight. Certainly been a big part of their defense.
Well, again, you know, when you got a bullseye on your back as the best player, everybody's going to be scouting for you. So sometimes you might not help your team win by scoring points. You might have to guard the best player. You might have to rebound. So Surratt has led them in different ways tonight, and he's done that the last few games I've watched him play.
We'd like to invite you to join our free-to-watch platform on Glycod as we strive to bring you the most positive productions of high school athletics. Please subscribe to our Glycod YouTube channel. 3:08 remaining. And Station going to inbound, 3 minutes left.
Look like a three-quarter court, 1-2-2, just to kind of keep the ball moving, keep the clock going.
And another turnover, or was it? No, it's going to stay Bryan Station.
You know, the good thing about this, if I'm Bryan Station, at least you live to play another game, but you got to really learn from this.
Amari Owens for a three. And Tate Robinson cleans up the rebound. And from Station's perspective, they could not play Douglas again to the final, so certainly 2 more games between each separates them, and Robinson continues his marksmanship with another three.
Man, they are clicking.
That one is off. Now Ethan Owens, and he's played splendidly tonight. Ethan now with 10 points.
He has been steady for them all game, so, you know, I didn't know much about Owens. You know, I've seen him play a little bit, but he's really stepped up this game.
It's over 2 minutes remaining. Surratt exploring, and he'll knock it in. And the Broncos, after the first quarter, had 10 points, and we talked about, well, they averaged 66. We'll look at the score now. They got 64.
Well, the dam broke. And here they came. They went down, and they just kept steady. They kept being steady.
Takari Talbert, and there's 66. And Frederick Douglass putting it on Bryan Station tonight, 66-36, with 1:30 remaining. And we've got a whistle. We have a timeout, I believe. Might have an official's timeout.
It's a happy sideline over at for the Douglas Broncos. Station doesn't need to hang their head. They still get into the region. You just got to get back, get to practice, and you got to work because the games are coming real quick.
So the Broncos will call timeout, and that may, for no other purposes, just to allow some subs to come in, and that's exactly the case.
Yeah.
As Frederick Douglass going to empty their bench. And this is a team that is to be heard from. There's no question. Now they've got to get by the business ahead of them, but not many in the state playing as well as they are.
No, they have been hitting on all cylinders. The last game, the way they played, they came in continuing doing the same thing, so it lets you know where they are right now.
There is Marcellus Ashford on the toe for Bryan Station. You've got Oliver Kaiser out there. Michael Sins now in the corner with it. A lot of new faces. There's Sins, had it scored away. And Tavian Cotton driving to the basket, and he is fouled. Our Cartown Kia post-game report to follow this. We will have our most outstanding players, get some comments from the Douglas coaching staff, and then look forward to all the action coming up next week.
Yes, it was a good one tonight. It just, Station couldn't put it in the hole. Missed a lot of easy ones around the basket, and it led to Douglas just itching out until where we are right now.
Well, they did early, did Station, miss some golden opportunities, but in the second half, Douglas elevated their play significantly.
Yes.
And Sins claims the rebound. Under a minute now. Many of the fans starting to shuttle out. Ethan Owens, a strong drive. And Sins with the follow and possession back to Frederick Douglass. DeAndre Shear is in for Bryan Station. It's Tristan Barnes, Tristan Barnes is in with 44 seconds left.
You know the one thing, and I'm going to tell you, Douglas came out, and their guys have been sitting on the bench, and they came and ran their press breaker like they had been playing the whole game. So it lets you know how everybody's locked in.
Nice steal by Bryan Station. That's Tristan Barnes coming up the floor. Britton Johnson gathers and sends on the backside, and he is ripped away as it's stolen out of there by Toby Robinson. And Douglas plus 30 in a win.
Wow. Made a statement, didn't they?
66-36. Frederick Douglass, the win tonight. We'll have more coverage coming up. Cartown Kia postgame report is next on Glycod.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
A very impressive win tonight for Frederick Douglass. They claimed the 42nd District Championship, and they did it with a 30-point win. This game at the half was only a 5-point Douglass lead, and boy, they were some sight in that fourth quarter.
They turned it on, and it was all gas, no brakes. They looked good. They ran their offense as well. They rebounded well. I don't have any really bad things to say about them. When you come to the championship game, you have to be prepared, and everybody has to do their job, and that's what they did.
Defensively, they can be overpowering at times. What did they do so well on that end tonight against Amari Owens?
Well, in the beginning, they did the same thing to them, to Bryan Station, as Bryan Station did to them. They started trapping, getting the ball out of his hands, started trying to make other people beat them. And What I thought Bryan Station didn't take advantage of early was Adams in the post. That's one thing we kept talking about, Adams, and we didn't really get a glimpse of him tonight.
Our most outstanding players on the way, and they are presented by our great partners at Carpenters Local 1650. You can support your dreams by starting your career now. Visit carpenters.com for more information. And for Bryan Station, we're going to go with Owens, but Ethan Owens.
Yes, I'll tell you why. The young man showed up. Unsung hero for Bryan Station. If I'm going into the next game, that's one positive that's on my board, because I don't think we talked about him, but now he's got to be on the scouting report for the next games.
Ethan Owens, 12 points on 5 of 11 shooting. Tayshawn Adams finishes with 10 points, 7 rebounds, and then Amari, 10 points, 4 of 19 from the floor.
Well, credit Douglas's defenses. They made him work all night. And then, Bryan Station didn't do themselves any justice by missing a lot of the easy ones early.
Frederick Douglass, our most outstanding player. They had several guys play well, but Dakari Talbert was really a step above.
Well, in games like this, as you go down the stretch, you have to have a floor general. That's what Talbert is, and he led them. And either by the pass or by making the buckets, making the right plays, he did that.
21 points for Dakari, 3 assists, and I think maybe as impressive, 6 of 7 from the foul line.
In the second half, they did well with that. They all made their free throws. So I can only imagine what Coach Murray was saying in the halftime report as far as with them talking, tell them, hey, we got to do the little things, the 50-50 balls, the free throws, and, they came out and executed.
Yeah, free throws for Douglas, 2 of 6 in the first half, but 10 of 13 in the second.
That wins games.
It does.
It wins games.
Big win tonight for Douglas, 66-36. Our final numbers coming up next. You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at Bryan Station High School, Broncos claim the 42nd District Championship, 66-36. Let's check in with Nimbo Hammonds. He's with Broncos assistant coach Sean Smith.
Coach, congratulations. The first half, it looked kind of tough. But the second half, whatever y'all said in the locker room then, y'all came back and looked like a different team and really poured it on. What was said at halftime to bring them out with that much energy?
Just trust your training. That's what we kept telling our guys. Just trust what we do every day in practice. Trust what we've been doing since October. We knew that if we could just withstand it, that we would start wearing into their legs a little bit in the second half. And we started making some plays against their pressure. The commitment to the defensive end, not just tonight, but on Tuesday night, carried it over to tonight, rebounding, winning the glass. Just a great effort by our guys, but I thought that we stayed the course, and that's what got us in the second half.
Yes, I must agree. And now the biggest thing for me is like you guys are really playing well without Surratt really getting his numbers. Now, he's doing a lot of other things, but how do you explain that these guys are stepping up? What do you tell these guys? Because they all look like they should be top 5 guys in the state.
Player-led team. Okay. They're leading the charge right now. Like in timeouts, our coaching staff will say what we say, but the loudest voice right now is our team, and it's our players. And you mentioned DeMarcus, not getting numbers. DeMarcus is one of the most unselfish superstar players. Yes. Probably the most unselfish superstar player. Like I know Coach Garvin said it, but I'll say it too. I've been with DeMarcus for 3 years now. He doesn't try to do too much, and he trusts his teammates, and his teammates trust him.
And you can tell it because they still look to him, but he defers a lot when he has to. Now, the big factor tonight was Dakari Talbot. I've watched this young man, and I've been impressed every time I've watched him. I've grown up playing with good guards, and we always need guards on the floor that really lead your team. So give me a little bit about him.
Dakari's a special kid. He's a special talent. When the lights get brightest, that's when Dakari shows up and gets the brightest. He's never afraid of the moment. We never have to tell him to go. We sometimes have to tell him to slow down a little bit. But Dakari is just a special guy that when he's locked in and doing his thing, it takes us to another level, and you saw that tonight.
Yes, in the second half, like he put in another gear. But also, too, let me tell you, you all got a lot of second chance shots in the second half, and we thought that's what helped propel you all because you started taking advantage of those extra shots.
Well, the way that they were running and scrambling and trapping first pass, we told our guys at the half, you're going to have advantages to go to the offensive glass. It's scrambled, it's chaos, and we did that in the second half. I thought our guys understood the assignment and went to the glass more.
Well, Coach, I ain't going to hold you. I know y'all down there celebrating. It was a Bronco night with the girls and the boys really taking everything. Congratulations to the program. Congratulations to you all as coaches in the preparation, and we look forward to watching you all next week.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you all in Richmond.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Nimbo, for their support here of the free-to-watch platform on Glycod, and a huge win tonight for Douglas. 66-36 over Bryan Station. Broncos improved to 21-6. Bryan Station suffers their 8th loss against 22 wins. We'll take one more break, be back with your final numbers, and then a look ahead to tomorrow morning's draw. We'll have all that for you coming up next on Glycod.
Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
I think it's important to have a passion because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Kentucky Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling.
Final score tonight, Frederick Douglass over Bryan Station, 66-36. Time now for your final numbers from Bluegrass Community Technical College. It's college for your world, 56% from the floor, and they continued, Nimbo, their rebounding dominance.
Yes, on the offensive end for real, because every second chance shot that they got, they made it count. And that's what really put them over the top tonight.
Broncos with a big win. However, both teams will advance to next week's 11th Region Tournament. Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Game times then are 6:15 and 8:15 in Richmond. And we'll have the draw for you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Robbie Moss will join me as we'll dissect the draw. We'll interview a few coaches and then get ready for a busy week of regional basketball on Glycod. This crew will have the 11th Region. We'll also broadcast the 6th and 7th in Louisville. So a lot of basketball coming up. And for these two teams, more extended playing time and a potential run at a Sweet 16.
Yes, now here's the good thing about this job, the championship game. You get a chance to live and, rewrite the story. You just got to go prepare and get ready for it.
That'll do it for us. Thanks again for joining us tonight live on Glycod. Please subscribe to our growing free-to-watch platform as we try to bring you the best and most positive production for high school sports. 66-36 Douglas, a win for our great producer Steve Bird, our operators Jackson Miller and Isaac Shoemaker, as well as Nimbo Hammonds. I'm Chris Labar. Good night from Bryan Station High School. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza, take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.